All new tonight, a video game insult leads to an horrific act of violence against children. Two boys chased into a Dollar Tree in Mill Creek by a grown man. One of them stabbed as the other watched helplessly just a few feet away. Tonight, we're hearing from them for the first time.
You know, sometimes I don't know if I'm hallucinating. I think I've said it before. A lot of the things that I do talk about, I don't know whether I'm drunk. It's getting real spooky out here. It's getting scary.
These young boys are alive, but understandably very shaken. One of them is recovering from stab wounds that nearly took his life. Both victims are trying to heal from the trauma of what they survived together.
Shanae Roughton describes watching her 11-year-old son cling to life from the ICU as a wake-up call.
He had oxygen, considered trauma 1, because each stab wound got 1 in his lung and 1 in his liver.
See, that's the thing. If a child calls me an NPC, I'm just going to start laughing because to me, it's just hilarious. It's like the least offensive thing that someone can say to me. It's like, you're a bloody NPC. But I think there's more to this though, because that's just this guy, unless he had just lost his marbles and said, you know what, you've called me an NPC. I've had enough of today. I got to do what I got to do. And my man just said, you know what, I'm chasing you into stores and I'm stabbing, I'm piercing lungs. You know, that's crazy, you know. Even just thinking about it, that's actually nutty. That's some real nut bullshit.
Nearly 2 weeks ago, her son and his 13-year-old friend Johnny were hanging out about half a mile away from home when they encountered a man in the Thomas Lake shopping area.
He was at the crosswalk and we're on the hill of the deli store. And then we yelled NPC, and then he jaywalked across the street and then started chasing us to the dollar store.
NPC stands for non-playable character. It's a game character that isn't controlled by the player and is a term that's sometimes used as an insult. Fedorov says he didn't think the man was going to react.
You know, something's telling me that this isn't the first time that they've called that individual an NPC. It's just because it's so sporadic that he chased them into the store. You know, he crossed the street. Something, I don't know, something's just telling me. And the way, obviously, the child's telling the story, I just have a feeling. I don't know. I might be wrong.
I was like, oh, he's not going to do anything. He's just trying to scare us. We're going to be fine if we just ran into the dollar store. That's what I thought. When he got stabbed, when I saw him pull out the knife, I realized it wasn't a joke.
Both Julia and Shanae tell us they moved their families to Mill Creek because they thought this town was safe.
After this incident, I'm like, what do I do now? Where do I move my kids? After what happened, it's not safe here anymore.
Both mothers say they're keeping an even closer eye on their kids and keeping close watch on their surroundings.
We got druggies, homelessness, like it's migrating this way, so.
The only thing, right, I'm going to need the parents who instill in their children not to randomly heckle civilians because these are some of the things that can happen. And you know what's crazy? I was right because on this article, according to police, the children said that they had called Pence an NPC in the past too. See, I told you, it couldn't have just been coincidence that it was just a one-off. It seems that they were consistently doing it and the fella's mind just snapped. And he said, you know what? I need to bring you into my reality. And unfortunately, he stabbed the child. I'm not looking for children to get hurt. That's, like I said, that's one of the 3 strikes. I do not want children to get hurt. But the parents, they need to instill in their children not to be heckling random people. You just don't know how people are going to react to information. Whether it's positive or negative. You just never know.
Shanae says her son will see a surgeon in another week. She set up a GoFundMe page to help him as he recovers. As for the man who allegedly attacked these boys, 29-year-old Joshua David Pence was arrested and taken to Snohomish County Jail. He's charged with 2 counts of assault with a weapon and his bail set at $500,000.
To be doing that, and the way they shared the story initially, it's like it was just a random attack. And in the sense where this was just a complete random one-off. They never interacted with this individual before. When they're saying if they've been calling him an NPC before, like, yeah, like I said, to me, I'm gonna just laugh it off or just ignore it. But some other people's minds just snap and we don't know what that person was going through. So yeah, it's just crazy though. When I saw the article, I'm thinking, what? Just for calling an adult an NPC, he said, you know what? Let me just stab you real quick. It's crazy. And it's also said that Pence has no criminal history and no warrant history according to court documents. So he seems to be, before, you know, a law-abiding citizen, but the children were just playing mind games with him, and he lost it. So I don't know. It's one of the what the fuck articles of the week. Yeah, man, had to record something. So yeah, take care out there because it's a scary place. It's a scary world, and don't heckle random people because this could be the outcome. I'm out. Peace.